I don't think we have any direction. Hi, babe.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Can you
So,
name all your tasks?
from my post-it note, what
Alright.
tasks?
He's the imposter, guys. Just vote him out.
Oh yeah, so everybody's been playing. Anyway, hey guys, welcome to TreeBark. This is TreeBark Weekly, and it's been about like a couple weeks, but our last episode was with oh my God, Blue. Yeah, Blue the dragon. So that was nice. It was really good talking with the guy, and I
Dabba dee
want
dabba die.
Blue double d double da
Yeah.
ecum bokum.
I'm blue. Dabba dee ba da da.
But yeah, just speaking about like how it's been going and like catching up with you guys on some things. I do have another interview planned for us. We're gonna be, just as a sneak peek, we're gonna be chatting with Cooper Tom over from whom I met through Twitter, and he's a really cool cat, like literally a cat. He go meow, but he also wears VR stuff sometimes, a lot of the time. And yeah, you can probably call him with that.
You think so?
Just open Photoshop 45 times and it'll go pss, 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 pss.
That or just it eats up all the RAM and just it doesn't work anymore.
I'm really excited to go talk with the guy because we actually did our first virtual date in the mall that he created that he's still working on. But yeah, that'll be more. I can't wait to get more into the in-depth about that type of stuff with him later. But yeah, that's a little sneaky peek at what's to come this weekend. What else? Let's see. I don't know. How have you been overall this past week, babe? You actually just got home this week, so I'm pretty happy about that.
I know you are. I've been pretty good. I mean, most besides engineering economics and having to write everything down.
Yeah, doing school.
And it's kind of irritating. Like some portions of it make sense. It's like, other portions are like, this sucks.
I know, it really does suck when you have like nothing else. I mean, yeah, for some real talk, it really does suck when you have nothing else to do but school. And it's like,
no, I'd rather have that right now than like be doing 12 hours and do school.
oh yeah, I guess you could be working on top of that. That's true.
Yeah.
So you're cool with that, I guess, for now.
I mean, I'm doing one class for every 2 months. It's pretty cake.
That's good.
I
I'm
mean,
glad.
it sucks, but it's pretty cake. It's better than doing 6 classes.
I know that full-time student gig is just another job in itself, and that's more than an 8-hour job, that's for sure.
For anyone who does that while on top of doing work, I applaud you.
My condolences.
No, that's a feat. That's amazing.
Anyway, let's see what's happening here.
In terms of what?
Well, I'm going to catch up on the Discord because, yeah, I don't think we ever got to actually talk about the Discord since we've started using it more often. So we do have a Discord server, and I do have an invite link on my Twitter page somewhere if you just scroll a bit down. I didn't send out a new one recently, but yeah, you can find it on my Twitter through there. I'll try to post it every so often. But I've been really happy with like people and how they've been using it in our little community, in the little nook in the internet space. That's been pretty cool.
And for those that are listening that are in it, we appreciate your guys' input and discussion and banter. Thank you.
No, yeah, I really do like the interview suggestions. It gives me an opportunity to really like poke at a lot of different artists that I wasn't even aware of, and they're really cool people. So I really do appreciate that. And let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, so we're still figuring out things, just baby steps in the Discord chat, and like I'm glad it's just been a handful of people so far, so it's like really easy to get to know people better, and nothing really gets like spammed or craziness. Everyone's really cool and chill, so it's a really nice spot to just like chill and talk about stuff. Also, yeah, I do want to like encourage like more art talk and stuff. So if you want to share art, talk about art, any art tips or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to discuss those things. Let's see. So I guess we can go to our discussion area. I posted articles, but like a couple of weeks ago, we haven't updated through them. So, I don't know. There's been a lot of like game stuff going on actually now.
I mean, there's the slight drama with Oculus.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Like so in recent news, in the VR space with Oculus, specifically the Oculus Quest. Yeah.
It's Facebook.
Yeah,
with
Facebook in
Oculus.
general has just been like very controlly, and they've owned Oculus as a company for quite a while now. But now they're being more assertive about how they incorporate their main platform, Facebook, into the platform of VR. So it's really interesting to see how people are receiving those types of, um, I guess, is it like what's gonna? Oh, do you hear that? Got a couple of copters going above.
Nice. That or it's a prop plane. Sounds like a prop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Their route is straight from here to Pearl Harbor, I think.
Yeah.
It goes right over us from, like, Hickam. I know. We're so lucky.
I mean, it's good for me when I take pictures, but it's nighttime right now.
I know. They always do this at night. But anyway, about the VR, though, I'm just going to let that go in the background. Yeah, Facebook has been more... they've been more strict about, like, having you to log in through their service for you to access VR. Am I getting that right?
If I remember correctly, so what it is, so I think it's till 2021.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, so from further on, if you get like a new Oculus, you have to sign in with your Facebook, and it has to be your Facebook to be specific. But if you already had an Oculus account, then you can keep it until you merge your account over. Some people might not care too much. A lot of other people do, and it is kind of weird. They even like it. A lot of people are very upset because Oculus is like going back on their word of like, oh yeah, we'll be on our own subset, but them joining with Facebook
Were they
kind of shows how that wasn't a reality anyways.
Why, when they first acquired Oculus as a company, were they actually very adamant about being like, no, this is a separate platform and we just want to fund it and like just let it do its thing?
Yeah, if you go through some of the articles, you can definitely see like posts, and that's why a lot of people are upset.
Oh,
Or that's
okay.
like one of the few reasons why people are upset. Besides like
Do you so given that
Facebook's previous shenanigans of personal.
I want to be optimistic for just a company that has that much power and for a platform. But yeah, I really do hope that they grow and mature into something that's more of a useful tool in like in terms of like media consumption and overall like as a news source. I really do hope that it's not going to be like super, even though it probably will be a super like catered algorithm AI stuff for people to create echo chambers for. That's my one big worry. But that's another tangent. I want to cover the Oculus Quest 2 real quick. There was recently
So with that I think that was kind of in portion of like why they did all that move anyways to merge Oculus into Facebook.
what was that?
So the Facebook Quest 2.
Facebook Quest.
Yeah, pretty much. You might as well call it Facebook Quest.
The FBQ.
Oculus is like Oculus already changed into Facebook Reality Labs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So all the previous headsets are pretty much discontinued, and the Quest 2 is like the one that they're putting forefront.
Yeah,
Which
so
it does have good specs.
so for current Quest owners like myself, you will not be required to sign into your account to access their services until I believe 2021 in October. So you still will have some time, and I don't know what will be like going on or what will be debated between the people who own the system prior to them selling the Quest 2 and shoving this upon people. So we'll see how that kind of disseminates. Do you know The Verge was recently covering the Oculus Quest 2, and do you want to hear the good versus the bad stuff?
I mean, what? Might as well just go with the bad stuff already. We're pretty used
You
to
want to
the
read
bad
the
stuff.
bad stuff first?
Might as well
Okay.
go through the bad stuff.
So, rundown real quick. It got a Verge score of 8 out of 10. So, the bad stuff, it requires a Facebook sign-in. There is a link cable and a better strap that costs extra. So, just like for mine, you can Frankenquest it, but that's still like $100 mod.
I'm still kind of curious if you can still Frankenquest the number 2. Just merge the the mods over on the next one.
These straps look a little different. I'm not too sure what they'll look like when you pop them off, but they may have changed the strap. I know they made it lighter and less robust because the system overall is actually lighter. So they did make it more powerful. In terms of the good stuff, it has a sharper screen, so a higher pixel density. It has a way better price. It's $299. Not saying that I think it was $299 to begin with, so they just kept the price.
Well, for their
the
60
same.
or for their smaller sized storage one.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they have multiple.
Well, they have two
storage
versions.
sizes.
They have the small storage and then they have the massive storage. for like $100 more.
32 and 64, yeah.
No,
Gigs.
64 and 256.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Some of the issues they have is the battery life is lower. They haven't fully relaunched all their stuff to 90 hertz, especially when you use the link cable, is what I've heard. But that's something that they work on in the future. So some of the stuff that people have gripes with is more of like things that they haven't implemented now, but will likely be implemented in the future.
Wait, so the current Oculus Quest 2 does not have a high refresh rate?
It does.
Oh, okay.
It's just when you use the link cable, I don't think they set it up yet for it to take at 90.
It's still in beta, actually, link cable. So, yeah, they got a lot to develop there.
Yeah.
Because
the link cable's surprisingly pretty good.
I love it, yeah.
Around.
So I wonder how it's going to be affecting our future use of the use between the link cable for the first gen owners, because I pretty much exclusively use it for VR chat and like having it hooked up to my desktop like a traditional VR setup for something like the Rift or the Vive or something. Like it's so funny because it's a more or less light model of a VR set, so you could have something on the go and wireless, but I think the best experience is still through desktop. But yeah, it looks like overall it's still good value if you are okay with having Facebook be your daddy in this case. So
I mean, they definitely know which market. They definitely know where they have a hold in the market. I don't think the thing that really needs to happen is somebody to
competing against.
Well, yeah, competing against. Like, yeah, there's the other headsets you could say is competable, quote unquote, but it's not. I could take this Quest, put up everything up, and not have to set anything else. I don't even have to turn on a computer. I can just turn on the Quest and play.
It's still standalone. Yeah, that's the key.
Standalone capability.
Yeah,
they're pretty much the only few that have done it fairly well, besides them also having exclusives on their platform.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what kind of keeps them where they're at in their position, sadly. And as for the other ones, all the other headsets like the HP Gen 2 and the Index are still in that area of being pricey. And the setup for it, like the Index, takes a little bit because I have to set up the lighthouses, then I have to set up the computer and whatnot. So
there's a lot more.
There's a lot more work
bulk
to get into it.
Yeah,
but there is some benefits, like the Index may have like wider field of view, maybe the PDT might be wider, whatnot. But that's slight variances between headset to headset and what kind of your needs are. Facebook knows what position they're in their market, and I can see them and understand why they decided that they can just pull that in and present to and then kind of just be like, yeah, okay, there you go, it's still Facebook, but if you want something really nice, here it is.
Yeah,
they incentivize it even further.
They're really unmatched, and because they have such a lead being just like the standalone company Oculus for when it was its own company, like they're way ahead of the game. One thing I do want to cover, maybe when we talk to Cooper Tom later too and get into depth, was just kind of talking about the future direction for VR. And I wonder one day when we don't necessarily need these like super high-end graphical PCs to be attached to them. Sure, that'll still be the king for delivering the most fidelity, but when the power of like VR comes from your smartphone in your pocket, I think that would be pretty dope.
I mean, there's that XR standard. I think it's a standard.
XR? What is that?
Hold on. So there was like a.
We're gonna check something.
There we go.
Extended reality. What is that?
I'd have to pull it up, but it was kind of like this whole like merging the experience of like AR and VR and all that stuff, having like this convergence of all this technology into like a similar standard so that they can go through a bunch of other tech. I don't know. I'm not explaining it very well, but there is this XR that Qualcomm and like a bunch of other companies and stuff like that are trying to merge through and come up with a unified experience, I guess.
Oh, so they're making this platform so that they can combine their different like hardware accomplishments and then try to make something streamlined.
I'm not really doing like the best explaining it. I'd have to put out links and stuff that explains it better.
But like to summarize, like, well, what do you get out of it? Like, hopefully in
It's
the
just
future, something
yeah,
like
it's more like a future thing with between all the companies and stuff like that to really amplify the AR VR space.
I know, like AR augmented reality would be pretty dope. I always envisioned as a kid something like a Yu-Gi-Oh experience where you're like in your card game and you can just like from like have a physical deck. Because that's the only gripe I have.
You're just gonna go out, wait in the field, and you're gonna see some random kid like
Duel me.
duel me.
And then I'll take his money.
There you go. It's just gonna be Pokemon. That's what
so
that's
mean.
what Pokemon is actually gonna come from, is from or AR experience.
I know, that's the future.
In
like
some
I
ways,
can't wait.
there's a little bit of it. You got Pokemon Go. You
Play-
can use their AR to like put your Pokemons out there and display your Pokemon in like the world space, I guess you can say, but you have to see it through the eyes.
Yeah, that's been the most like immersive thing that I've seen it go mainstream in terms of the use of VR in video games for like the general public. So,
well, that one's more of an AR than a VR.
oh, sorry, I meant AR. Yeah. I mean, as far as AR stuff, yeah, I would really love to see some like QR coded decks. So when you're placing something down, and let's say you're viewing it through an iPad or something, or even like some kind of Google Glass, that would be really cool to see like a little HUD, and then see like your little monsters like come out of the cards when they're auto scanned or something by the camera.
I'm sure somebody's already like thought of that, to be honest.
I want that to be like a seamless experience so bad. That would be super cool.
Yeah, that, or have a database that registers the images, like Google Lens and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That already exists. See, like the technology's there. We just need the focus now. Come on, Google. Where's my?
So you can play Yu-Gi-Oh cards and have these 3D models. So you can have your wizard come out.
It could be anything. It could be Ferroticon. It could be literally anything. Any card game. So yeah, I guess that's like cool.
You stepped into my trap card.
Free trap. Let's see what else. This is a super casual episode, guys, but I'm just really glad to just get back to like some weekly shenanigans and updates with you. So let's see what else we have on our
hand tracking too. There was actually somebody posted it on Twitter too. That what was it? No, what was that game? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick. There's a game that's been working on. So not just so the Oculus does have, or sorry, Facebook.
So yeah,
has hand tracking. But
Oculus Quest, yeah, using the inside out cameras, they do have algorithms that track like your hands controller free.
So I'd have to look up where that Twitter is, but on Neos, I guess there's hand tracking there too with other headsets that's been working on. Neos is like another VR chat like experience.
Wait, what? Can you upload like custom models to this place?
It's similar to VR chat.
Oh, that looks sick. And they also have
there it is.
And they have hands-free support.
Vive finger tracking.
Wait, but that still requires your controllers though, yeah?
No, it's legit tracking.
Oh, Vives can do this too?
It's hand tracking. Vive finger tracking.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I really want more games that just are able to just look at my hands and like it just one-to-one matches the articulation of your digits. That would be so fun.
Yeah. I'd have to give this one out a try just to take a look. I know like a few people that are getting into this one.
Yeah, because there's a few demos that you can get already on the Oculus through the Facebook store or the Oculus store, and they're really fun. Like having to just hold your hands up and like pop bubbles or like connect like electrical rods together and stuff just without controllers is really satisfying. Let's see. Do we have anything else in tech news? Oh yeah, so I guess in gaming tech world, it's funny, I don't know what to put this in. I guess for like gaming hardware, Nintendo recently dropped all production for their Nintendo 3DS. It's totally done.
I mean, it was kind of already done in when they had the Switch out. And I think they were trying to stall that a little bit.
Oh, they were just writing it out until I guess the Switch Lite kind of killed it.
Not even the Switch Lite, just the Switch in general. Like this, in my opinion, when the Switch came out, the 3DS was kind of already done.
I mean, would you consider
in terms of portability and play?
Yeah.
I mean, you had the Wii and the Wii U, which was still like a homebody like device, and then they came out with the Switch, and it's like, yeah, you can put this up to your TV, or you can just carry it with you. And I was like, Well, there goes the DS.
That's really crazy because for so long, I can't think of any other company that has dominated the handheld gaming market unlike Nintendo. Like, there was the PS Vita, but that totally died within like 3 years.
The PS Vita was all right. Then they did that digital only one, and that one died faster than...
the PSP Go, I think it was called.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, it was really bad. And they even made some kind of phone that was similar. I think they partnered with some phone company that was a really bad thing too.
It was just, short-lived. I mean, but don't get me wrong, the Vita still had,
Vita was great. I owned a Vita.
Was pretty good.
I owned it for a year, and then they didn't make any games, and then I sold it. But I have like seven different DSs out of the 10 years or so that it's been alive since like middle school for us. It's crazy.
And you also have like how many drifting Nintendo controllers?
Oh yeah, Joy-Cons, I don't know, they totally dropped the ball on that, but their DS hardware was always solid for me.
Oh. The only thing that I would say is not solid, but that was just more of like how rigorous the gaming was in that. Like, especially playing like Metroid Prime Hunters or something, was the right bumper button, the right trigger.
What happened?
When you just use it so much, it wears it out. So sometimes it like misaligns, or like something breaks and then it like misaligns and doesn't attack the button anymore.
Oh.
So you get kind of like...
It's just not as responsive.
It's not responsive. Like, you can say you get stuck. It gets stuck down and it just doesn't click the button anymore. Wow. So you have to like open up the whole DS in order to like get into it and fix it.
Oh, see, I guess that's where I didn't experience that problem because I just had so many. Because what versions did you have?
I had the original DS, the big Chonkus.
Yeah, the brick. Yeah, my friends had that too.
Good. And then
they came out with the DS Lite. Did you get one of those?
I did get a DS Lite, but then
after that was the DSi. I want to
say that I have it right in the drawer too. I can just pull it out, to be honest.
Oh,
because I didn't get the latest one, which was like the 3DS.
I know you have the first 3DS.
Yeah, so I have the first 3DS, and then I have the 3DS XL.
That's
which was totally worth it.
Yeah,
because the bigger screen is
bigger battery. I think it's slightly more powerful to just run the larger screens. And yeah, so that was the 3DS XL, and then they came out with the new 3DS and then immediately launched another 3DS XL, but the new 3DS XL, and I own every single version.
What's the latest 3DS?
That was the 2DS. Yeah, they dropped 3D
2DS.
Entirely.
Yeah, well, I mean, 3D was a slight gimmick that was kind of cool, but
it went up and then down.
If you looked at it in the wrong angle, then it was like...
It was just like weird, like, because the 3DS came up in this hype era where every screen and monitor and TV wanted to be 3D.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that kind of trend where companies were just like, it's 3D, glasses free, or you have to wear glasses, and it was just really like cumbersome.
Sometimes you gotta hit the fad. You gotta hit that organic fad too.
That's true, yeah. It was just a trend. And then clearly now, even the 3DS, like the games later in the life cycle of the 3DS, no longer required 3D to play it or anything.
Not like any of them required 3D in the first place. It was just...
It was just an option.
It was for looks. And like, it was cool.
I think, yeah, probably the demos were the only thing that actually capitalized on the 3D. So you can just like look around things a little bit with the gyroscope.
I mean, kind of. But I mean, even then... Like I said, you have to like directly look on at it. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, then it's just a bad time.
Yeah, and that's to say like you have good vision, you're not wearing glasses or anything too. So there's a lot. I guess there was a lot of impairments. What the new 3DS I liked a lot.
That's what it was included called. The new 3DS.
Yeah, quote in quotes, new. And
why don't they just...
It's still called
3DS Plus or something.
Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been a cool addition. So like when it's old now, you still have to call it new. So the old new 3DS.
Yeah, play N Plus on the 3DS Plus. There you go.
Yeah, you should have been in their marketing team.
Oh wait, no, that's N Plus Plus, I think now, or something. I don't remember.
N Plus Plus.
I don't remember.
But the new 3DS though, the reason, I was talking about what the improvements were. The only improvement in terms of 3D was head tracking. They got face tracking or something for the 3D, so it'd lock into your face, so it could actually use, like, the tech is super cool when it comes to actually using glasses free 3D parallaxing and stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah, N++.
Oh, is this a game?
Yeah, it's a platformer.
Oh, I never heard of it.
They had what? They had it on the 3DS. I mean, the M Plus was 2016.
It's a fast-paced, momentum-based platformer.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a little frustrating too.
Is it? Why? So it's like a speedrunning game?
Kind of a little bit. It's definitely a platformer. Like you got bombs you need to avoid, and you can collect gems. You got to hit a spot, like a key essentially, and then head to the exit kind of thing.
Well, that was the end of an entire era, though. Overall, I think I don't know. I think
And
I would
then we
still.
hit in a lull period for gaming.
Yeah. I mean, the Switch. I think everybody right now is just waiting on the Switch 2 Pro to come out and just like catch up with the next gen consoles to see how they're gonna fight the. I don't know. I think as long as Nintendo remains a handheld kind of based company, they're gonna dominate the whole market. Everybody wants to put on their games on there. It's so fun because you can take it anywhere.
Well, I mean, again, that's them reading their market correctly and allowing more games easier on their platform. Although they should really change up their HUD
For
their home screen and stuff
God,
like
it's
that.
so boring.
Bring back folders again, or like make
Give us
the
an
ability to
option
put
to
like tiles. Like instead of having like it all in one line, why not just allow us to just have tiles already? Just give us tiles.
They made so much money too just based off the skins that I bought from Nintendo, like on their eShop for the
You actually
DS
bought
line.
skins for the DS?
Yeah, I bought so many
Oh.
because you could get different song backgrounds from your favorite video game. So like if you wanted a Monster Hunter skin, you just bought it. It's skinned that way, and when you open it up, it had like the chest opening sound from the games. It was really cool, and like they had a lot of
didn't even
seasonal
know.
stuff. You never used those?
No, I never bought into that. I was like, it's just a skin.
I guess so. I mean, it depends on how like much you loved your games. Like I was a big
That's
Monster
true.
Hunter fan, so I poured over like 400 hours into that game. So it's just stuff like because I was a big Nintendo nerd. I know you played a lot of Xbox though and stuff. So-
I mean, I was Nintendo and Xbox. I wasn't really PlayStation.
No place. Well, you legit bought one console for a PlayStation game.
I mean, I have multiple other PlayStation games. Let's not get into that.
Death Stranding.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Leave
I
me
don't.
be.
It's a
Leave me-
beautiful
leave
game.
my boxes
It's a
alone.
nice game.
It is. Leave me and my boxes alone. Never talk to my boxes again.
I love your boxes. It's a good game.
It's got a bomb
I
in
don't
it.
have
You gotta throw it
anything
into the
against
water.
it. It's a very pretty game. Thank
It
you,
is.
thank you, Hideo Kojima. Let's see. I don't know. Do we have anything else really? It's been kind of slow. I mean, not much has been going on, but a lot of bad
mean,
things have been going
Super
on.
Mario 3D All Stars came out just now.
Oh, I can't believe.
But,
Yeah, I didn't even talk about that yet.
Nintendo. We gotta talk about how you didn't do shit.
Okay, yeah. So, for those who weren't aware, Nintendo did basically port 3 of their top franchises from the Mario series.
There's
Um,
how many ports for
What?
the Mario 64? There's so many ports for the Mario 64. It's not even funny.
You can even play it on DS,
Yeah.
and you can play as Wario and
Did they
Luigi.
have it on the GameCube? I don't think they had it for the GameCube.
No,
No.
they acknowledge GameCube now. GameCube exists. They put Sunshine on Switch. But oh yeah, so there's N64 Mario. You have Super Mario Sunshine now, and then now you have Mario Galaxy. That's what they call the All-Star Collection, and a lot of people are really remiss because they omitted Mario Galaxy 2, which a lot of people were bummed about. I think that they just wanted the first, iteration. They didn't need a second game in the same franchise to be in the All-Star pack. So I think that's where they were coming with that.
They just want to hit you with that nostalgic beating.
Yeah.
And then also not improve they improve some stuff, but it's like...
So,
Bruh.
so from the reviews that I watched for the games, just to quickly recap and summarize the main benefits and drawbacks. N64 runs at 60 FPS, so does Galaxy. Sunshine is the only one that runs at 30 FPS, but Sunshine got upgraded to
16
widescreen.
by 9.
Yeah, so widescreen, and so does Super Mario Galaxy, even though it was a
I
newer
think
game.
Galaxy already was supported.
It was? The Wii
think
ran
so.
16 by 9?
Did it? Or did it actually?
Did the
run by
Wii
that?
even run at 720p?
Yeah.
Oh, it did? Okay, okay.
Yeah, remember, it used the I think it used a 3-component cable. Hold on, let me look that up. I don't want to be dumb.
The red, yellow.
Mm,
Oh God, I can't even remember. What did
it's
the
like
Wii use?
5, so it's got the left and right audio, and then the 3-component cables for the individual color signals, I think.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately though, the N64 game is still boxy. They didn't change it to widescreen, but maybe that'll be more nostalgic for most people. You'll just get some letterboxing. But overall, a lot of people were saying that it's the definitive way to play those games now. You could be OG and then go back to the actual physical hardware of the older gen stuff, but if you want to play it on the go, there's no better way now, and I think that's really cool. It also opens up, like, side tangent, just like a whole bunch of younger gamers to the old G classics.
Yeah.
I think that's always fun. That was like the biggest game release right now.
Oh, actually, I could be wrong.
Why? What's going on? Oh, are you looking at the Wii aspect ratio stuff?
Yeah.
I
I don't even remember. It's been so long since I had a Wii.
Random furry article stuff. Just small update. For those that weren't aware, this past week, Fur Affinity did actually start, transferring. What were they? Shoot. Oh wait. Oh no.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. It's right here too.
Oh wait. Isn't it not under the furry article tab?
It is.
What did I put it under?
You put it under topic listing.
I know, I gotta get better at using this.
You can make more if you need.
So let's see. Just quick rundown. It looks like there will be, yeah. So the tweet from Furfinity, we have officially begun moving to our new data center, and the site is in a partial read-only mode, so new submissions or submission removals will be locked during this time. But that's really cool to hear that they're actually still investing in making things more robust. I'm always happy to get a more stable Furfinity. What else is happening? I guess, I don't know. I want to cover more furry related stuff, but I haven't been seeing too much outside of my little art world bubble.
I mean,
What is
there's
that?
always furry among us.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. So like, yeah, a lot of us and a lot of our friends have been getting into Among Us, and I recently been getting into it because Blog's been playing it a lot. But
Do you appreciate me still, even after me being a poster sometimes?
I got scared at how good at lying you are.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But no, I don't mean that in any kind of negative context, because it's like that's the game. The name of the game is backstabbing. So I got really put off by it at first because I was like, oh, I only tell the truth, and
you
got to
still tell the truth. You just withhold information at times.
you tell the what half truth, the partial truth.
Yeah, you're just vague.
Just yeah, and no, but like you play so well into acting as if you don't know what's going on, so you really play dumb well.
Do I? Oh.
No, because if it was you, you'll just like, because if I get killed by you from the beginning, now I can observe how you're gonna act and how you're gonna quote unquote deceive people. So like, you're putting on your face, and then I'm just sitting here trying to like break this down mentally, and I get really like neurotic about it because I'm like, okay, his inflection when he said this word at the beginning of his defense made him seem more or less guilty, and I'm like, okay, I have to remember that for the next time that he is the murderer or whatever.
Yeah, the next time that we did play, oh my gosh,
and then
I got murdered so
and
many
then
times.
and then when you're not murderer, I accuse you because you sound even more defensive, and then you get ejected into space and you're innocent, and I feel so bad.
Yeah, like this last time we played, oh my god, I got ejected so many times. I was like, oh, my last gameplay was too good.
Out of
This
those
is karma.
Out of yeah, I know you had it coming. But out of legit, it was so weird too. The RNG is so crazy because this past one I was just talking with everyone saying like for like the past 12 rounds I had no a chance to be murderer, so I was always innocent, and it was really difficult because I kept accusing everybody of being the murderer. I don't know. I got really frustrated.
You gotta catch people on their game. You gotta give them that
It's
capture game.
It's so bad because everyone is basically in the same boat. So when anybody looks suspicious or sus, that's a new word that I learned, sus, you just start accusing people because it's like, oh, they did a double take. Why did you follow me here? Why did you stand above that vent hole while I was there, but you didn't go in it? And like you get really like in your head about stuff. And that's the part that I'm trying to learn the tricks of the trade for. But oh my gosh, it's such a mine like F. I don't know.
I enjoy it.
I'm still gonna play it. Don't get me wrong. No, we're gonna play it some more.
Like here to slay.
But I wanna legit be so good at it that like it comes down to like a court case, like just like that meme that I showed you, with the objections and stuff. Like, it's so good.
It's okay, babe. I'm just gonna judgment call one of you one of these days. That or just ask for that Bay card. Just like, can I?
I'm gonna okay.
Out?
Only you can do that.
I know.
Oh, I like the other meme I sent you too, where the guy in his gameplay video he got a legit like a really smooth card swipe.
Oh yeah,
and then he called an emergency. Yeah,
just to call out the imposter.
He gets a really sick task where you have to swipe a card, and if you swipe it too fast, you get an error. But he did it perfectly the first time, and he called it an emergency meeting. He's like, "Hey guys, I got a really smooth card swipe," and everyone was like losing it, and he just like rat somebody out, and then he dies.
And then it was the imposter.
Yeah, he legit. I didn't even know how he got him. He got really lucky. But I was like, "Damn, that was cool."
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we totally drained like most of the topic pages already. What else do we got going on in our lives?
Lots of memes.
Did I even hit the intro?
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's losing his mind. Just keep an eye on him.
I'm
guys.
running
He
on,
could be
like-
the imposter. I could be stabbed at any moment. Just be ready to hit that button.
I'm too
boys.
tired to kill. I've been running on like stress. Oh yeah, so I guess like we can dial it. I know, that's my heartbeat for like the past 2 weeks. Cause like while Blarg was out, this is just a personal spiel already, but like it got super lonely, and I want to like quickly recant my wonderful experience with the government that is Hawaii right now and how they've been enforcing. I am embittered by this.
Is that
so?
Is
Just
that feeling like
disclosure?
a gender reveal? You just blow them all out.
I don't like this transition, but we can get to that too. But first, this is my personal spiel. Let me get on my soapbox right here. But okay, it's been getting pretty strict over here on Oahu and Hawaii specifically, and the lockdowns have been very important to keeping COVID-related type spread just minimized as much as possible. And I understand the severity of it. So it's gotten to a point of where a lot of just like in a lot of places in the world, you can't go to restaurants, you can't go on hikes, you can't go to like a lot of the things that would just be normal outings without a very specific use case now. So if you go to the beach, you have to be in the water, you can't stay on the sand. You can't be in groups of more than like your personal family and etc. I don't mean to get into too much of the nitty gritty, but the only reason why I bring it up is because it actually affected my life in a way where I'm like, wow, this is really messed up. So I was walking the dog, and it's something that I was doing in the morning, typically like every other day when I could, even during the severe lockdown, just to manage health and my mental activity, just trying to keep everything nice and smooth because I've canceled, just like many other people, many vacations, and we just have to get out in some way to stay healthy. So I went up to the nearest park. I walked around it with Luna, and she did her business and whatnot. And going around the block, I stayed on the sidewalk, and then I was sort of just mindlessly going back into, checking Telegram, listening to music on the walk, and just letting Luna do her business. And then the walk led to a bike path, and then I went down this asphalt bike path, and then I was on my en route to go back home. So it was no more than a 20-minute walk, and I walked from the sidewalk to the bike path, which led into the park right behind our house. I didn't even give it a second thought, but I walked through the park, and then I was 2 doors down from my house, and then I get pulled over. An unmarked car like comes to the side of me, and I'm like, well, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm just walking my dog. So I keep taking another couple steps, and then I hear the door close, and then it was an officer, and the officer comes out. He's like, oh, hey, hold up. And I'm like, oh, okay, something is going on here. So he pulls me over to the front of his hood, and I'm like, what's up, officer? And he's like, oh, you walked through that park. That park was supposed to be closed, and you know what they said in the lockdown, nobody is to use the parks. And although I walked from an unmarked bike path lane that led into the park which by the way had no closers signs, had no red tape or anything, yellow tape or anything. I was just being dumb and negligent, and I didn't think about it because I was on my phone, just on Telegram, texting my friends. And I just strolled through, and which took less than like 2 minutes. But that was a violation of the stay-at-home orders of not using those facilities. Now, that sort of was the straw that broke the camel's back for me, because it was such a wild, like, surreal experience where I was just walking a dog, not playing with her in any shape or form in the park or using it. I saw multiple people go through the park, though, on my days where I drive home from work. So I'm trying to, in the best possible light, make it seem like this is the most petty thing ever. And it really is when I tell it to a lot of people, based on the severity. So the last day, this was the last day before the governor extended the stay-at-home order. And what they changed, the ever so slight detail that they changed in the stay-at-home order was, now you can do solo, quote unquote, solo activities on these premises, on state grounds, through parks or hikes or whatnot. You can actually like jog or walk your dog and do these things that I was just fined for. And now I have a court summons next month in October that I'm going to have to hear for. And hopefully I'll call them early about it and check in multiple times to see if they'll just drop it. But that was the thing that really just caught me off guard. And I was like this is more serious than like how I've been treating it. And oh man, that just ruined me mentally. Like I was like, I can't go outside anymore. I can't do anything. And I do feel for those people who are honestly affected by this, and like, stay strong. And I want you guys to still be healthy and still exercise and talk to your friends. It's been by far, as much as like it feels lonely, it's the only thing that's been like keeping my friends and family and myself going. So I highly recommend still being social, playing Among Us, getting really pissed off at your friends. It's really fun. But yeah, I really wanted to share that personal experience because I thought it was really important, as like as petty as things may seem. Like, take my case as a warning. Be very cautious when you can be, and I don't want to agitate things when they need not be. So yeah, just try to just be wary and then stay safe out there. But hopefully, like, strolling into like better news or whatever.
I mean, is it better news?
I mean,
a gender reveal party with an already burning.
Oh yeah, okay.
Pacific
So
Northwest.
let's get into the really cool stuff.
How's that cool?
I'm not. That was sarcasm.
Oh.
But yeah. By the way, if in any way do you think I'm in a positive mood or light about the stupid stuff going on, yeah, it's sarcasm. But so this new thing has been going around where couples or whatever have been revealing
for a while.
Really? Oh, this is not a new thing?
Gender reveal things have been like, out, like that's a thing.
Oh, this isn't some new trend or whatever?
No, this has been a thing. You can look up gender reveals. There's all sorts of gender reveals.
My family have never done this. Like,
not
you know
really
what you know what a gender reveal in my family was? They went to the hospital, they got a scan, and they said, "Oh, it's a boy."
It's got a dingle.
Or it's a girl or whatever, this is its genitalia, look at it. I was like, oh, sweet, I'm going to have a little, like cousin or whatever. That was it. So apparently what's been going on, though, is like people, or what has been for a while, and now is blowing up literally, people are basically, making bombs that show the gender of their child now?
I mean, so that's like the worst case scenario. There's others where it's just like, maybe the couple like fills a balloon with like certain colored confetti or whatever.
Okay.
And then they pop in and it's like, oh, look, it's pink or blue or whatever.
It's a boy, it's a girl. Color. Yeah. Huzzah.
Yeah. But, some people go to extreme and,
they really have
a little bit of that boom boom. A little bit of that, fire.
Is it like a big dick contest for your child? Like the bigger the explosion, the better the reveal?
No, not like it depends on the family, but like just
it's
not worth it. Just be like it has a peepee. Just be like.
But anyway, though,
slit.
the reason why this is
simple,
extra spicy, extra stupid,
because
it caused forest fires, didn't it?
Yeah, it caused a lot of damage. Actually, hold on, let me look at.
Because I've heard that multiple people have been arrested, like in parts of the West Coast where there are really severe fires right now, where the sky is literally hell on earth, and it's
Yeah.
red. So for these gender reveal parties, how it all ties in is where like these explosions for these celebrations have been causing like the
Hey.
nearby forests to just catch on fire.
Yeah, here's this one where it's like this is from Washington Post. A gender reveal stunt sparked a California wildfire that's forced 21K people to evacuate. It's like nice.
What's the summation of how it started? Like, what was the actual gizmo or whatever that they did? Let's see if you could just summarize it.
They just set it off in a really bad.
So, a couple expecting a baby set out Saturday morning to share the news of the child's sex by setting off a smoke bomb that would send plumes of pink or blue smoke rising into the arid Southern California air. And that burned nearly 10,000 acres and forced more than 20,000 people to evacuate.
Yeah,
Like,
this is just as
we
bad
don't-
as the 2000. I guess they're referencing the 2017 one that was caused in
yeah.
Arizona.
I mean, if nature's gonna like create a virus or whatever, or if it was human beings, I don't know what, but if it's happening in the world, we don't need more human suffering from ourselves in celebration of new life, no less. Like
People are just happy that you're having a kid.
yeah,
Stop
like
blowing stuff, please.
they'll give you gifts.
No,
They'll give you a baby shower.
Because it was definitely a
You don't
dry,
need-
dry season too, especially
Yeah.
in Cali, because Cali's been always super dry.
This
And it's
year-
like, why do you think that's a smart idea?
Yeah, this year we even broke on a global scale in Death Valley the world record for the hottest place on Earth. It's crazy. Like, I don't know the exact number. If you could look it up, please. But there was legit like history in the making has been 2020. Death Valley hit. Oh wait, when was that updated? 134, was that the record?
Oh, you fucking.
I hate those ads on the stupid sites.
Yo, why don't you subscribe to our news?
Well, why don't you let me read your news? But
Yeah, 130. I
yeah,
guess.
so it has never been hotter than that day in recorded human history. In America, no less. So that's pretty bonkers. Yeah, that's no good for nobody. Water's good. Keeping things moist is pretty good. Oh, the last.
That's weird. So
Oh.
supposedly there was a reading that had 134, but I guess it might have been erroneous reading. But either way, 130 degrees is kind of a little spicy.
The last peak was recorded in 1913.
Yeah, that's also freaking Wikipedia though.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, like, come on, in 100 years though, that's pretty nuts. And I really want to talk about some of like the positive things that have been like keeping me a little like afloat during these hectic times. Like, I'm a real nerd for like science and technology when it comes to like electric vehicles, rockets and stuff, Neuralink. Like, all of these things coming from Elon Musk is like super cool and really, really positive for, I think, people feeling motivated to accomplish things this year. So seeing a lot of the Starlink launches and the return to Earth ships that have been like sending these satellites into low Earth orbit have been like super cool and super positive. Just as a brief rundown, seeing the Neuralink progress in what they've been able to accomplish with like their demos with the pigs have been super cool. Seeing like having the ability to read and write like the brain is really cool and really positive for medical and just like practices that deal with our understanding of the brain as a whole is super cool. Taking that approach to understanding consciousness at another deeper fundamental level is super, like, this is also worth going into the history books of when this all started. And like, I've always been like really happy to see those kinds of improvements. Like, amongst all of the crap that's been happening, we're still sending rockets into space. We're sending people into space where we are advancing ourselves towards being a multiplanetary species. At the very least, that's what we could do. That's so cool. So that's no small feat. and a lot of people are working really hard at doing that, and that's I really appreciate those people. Yeah, I mean that's like, yeah, my heart just goes out to that type of work, and like for the people who are just like keeping their heads up in this kind of like crazy times. Do we have anything else we want to cover?
I like to cover that you all are fantastic people. Keep up the good work.
I mean, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, just like try to just stay active with talking and socializing. It helps the mind so much.
Remember to get 8 hours of sleep and drink water.
Plenty of water. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. If you're listening to this and it's like the weekend and you're getting drunk, take a glass of water. Take 20 minutes to yourself.
You're not even a regular drinker.
No, I know. I just saying stuff because it sounds fun.
I'm just being your parent.
This is me tucking you into bed.
Thank you, Daddy Blarg.
Please no.
I know we need to get you an ASMR corner so you can just like just soothe the people to sleep and then not listen to the podcast anymore.
Just start reading like a bedtime story.
Like, you're still listening? Why?
Just read like a Dr. Seuss book or something.
Go. I like the Samuel L. Jackson version of those. Go the fuck to sleep.
1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, green fish.
I thought it was red fish, blue fish.
Was it blue fish? I don't know. It's been a while since I read those books.
But I think yeah, that's pretty much it, at least for the weekly. Oh, what? It's been 51 minutes already. I felt like 20 minutes.
There we go. 9 minutes. Where's a Dr. Seuss book? Somebody give me a Dr. Seuss.
This was pretty good so far. I got to talk about stuff I'm passionate about. I got to talk about cool video games. We talked about the future of VR. That was cool. And I got to vent. I got to vent my bitterness about the state of things. So there's my therapy. That's for you. And now Blog's looking up Cat in the Hat books by Dr. Seuss. Gotta bring it around full circle. Keep it furry.
Keep it furry.
Cat in the Hat. That's a
it's
persona.
Green eggs and ham.
Is Cat in the Hat just Dr. Seuss's persona?
I mean, maybe, but the cat in the hat was kind of an asshole.
Wasn't Dr. Seuss also a racist? I don't know. I'm probably way off base. Yeah. Oh, is there? Well, I don't know. Am I forgetting anything, or are we forgetting anything about like maybe things to look forward to that we're gonna be doing, or things that you're looking forward to doing, babe? I mean, other than
jumping into event. I mean, doing my tasks.
I thought you were gonna say doing my taxes.
Doing my taxes. Yes, I'm doing my taxes. I promise you, I'm doing my taxes. I'm not jumping into events.
I know.
Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, maybe we can get some Discord groups going for like Among Us or something. Maybe. I don't know.
Either way, to recap, we have a Discord, and if you'd like to join, please go to Chicagobo's Twitter and join up. And we do enjoy people's suggestions and for you guys to join the banter.
Yeah, I love the general discussion. Like, it doesn't have to be art related. It doesn't have to be interview related. I just really love the community. It's been really fun to just talk to people that also enjoy things that they want to share. But yeah, if that's the end of the show, do you want to call it? And then maybe we can go and, I don't know. Do you want to watch a movie or something, or?
Well, we got that sunshine though.
Oh yeah, I want to watch you beat like the first couple of bosses or something.
Maybe it's been a while. It's
I know. I want to relive it. I want to live in the nostalgia.
But either way, for all our patrons out there, we appreciate your guys' support. Mostly the support to keep Chicagobo's passion going further in his art and also in this podcast. You guys do a huge part into keeping us going. Thank you so much.
Shikokubo is just a handle, but I go by Theo. Yeah. No, that's the thing. I was legit thinking about like because people.
Yes, but that's your hand. Like that is your handler. That's
Chico.
how people. Chico?
Yeah, like Chico. Yeah, they've just been shortening it to Chico, and they call me that. And then I'm like, no, you can just call me Theo, because that's my name on the
You
Twitter
know what?
thing
There
too.
you go. You know that little. Have you been posting the cat?
The Cat in the Hat, the
No,
Dr.
no, no,
Seuss.
no, not the Dr. Seuss. The drawing.
What?
The drawing.
Oh yeah, I'm slowly developing this character.
Yeah. Call him Chico.
I had a different name in mind
Oh.
because it's related to
Is
his
that,
like
is that
duality.
something that you don't want to give away yet, or?
No, not really. I mean, not that it's like major world shifting or mind blowing or something,
Oof.
but I do want to start another comic where I am slowly making these characters that's gonna play more into a fantasy, kind of dungeoneering type of landscape. So that would be kind of cool, like have an RPG type of vibe.
Is it wrong to pick up chicks in a dungeon?
Oh, that's a cool manga. I've been reading those at the library. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It's an animation. It's funny.
Oh, it's also a manga.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are like manga first, then animated.
That's how I heard about it. Yeah, is it wrong to pick up a chick in a dungeon? That's I bet it sounds way cooler in Japanese.
Anyways.
Yeah, we're gonna go play some Mario All Stars. So I hope you guys take care. This has been TreeBark. I've been your host Theo.
And I have been your co-host, the Derg.
Bilarg.
Bye.
Bye bye. Oh yeah, it's also
Oh,
little
my
last thing. They changed it in All Stars for Mario 64. He no longer says so long, gay Bowser. He says bye bye. That's all.
But gay Bowser.
I know exactly. So it's like they're censoring themselves. It confirms
I
it.
want that fan art of Bowser.
That confirms it. Aliens are real.
What?
Bye bye.
Oh no, I'd clap those Bowser cheeks.
Clap
Anyways.
them alien ass. And a huge shout out to the Patreon supporters for September, the monthly Barkers, starting with Archon Inu, Artorias Nightwalker, Barky, Ben Campbell, Bryce, Damon, Damian Adams, Ella Ryra, Ferris, Florian Greywood, Hattie, Howler, Jack Scott, Jason, Jay Wolf, Knock82562, Lofi, Mercury, Michael Draws, Naruto Sonic, Rix, Silent Warlock, The Pieman 78, Tyler DeRosier, Wolfie Snuggles, and Yoru Pandawolf. You can find me on Twitter and FA at Shikokubo. If you'd like to help support the podcast and future projects, you can check out my Patreon at Shikokubo. Mwah! Love you all and take care.